Okay, everybody, welcome. I'm going to go through a patient case that I had back in November, kind of. It's been an ongoing case. This was a patient that came to one of my running workshops and then signed up for some running coaching and some gait retraining. She didn't really have that much pain at the time. She was dealing with some, lingering knee pain, but nothing so bad that it was preventing her from running. And this video on the left, where she's got the dark shoes, is when we first started working together. And then this video on the right is when I was seeing her just the other week. So I'm going to play this video here on the left. And you can see her running gait from the side. And I'm just going to let these two videos play. The first one. Okay. And then I'll let this one on the side play. And maybe you don't see a huge difference between the two, but I'm going to explain the subtleties between these two different types of running gaits and strike patterns. Okay, so if I go back to this video on the left, I just hit play and let it run. One of the defining characteristics of this is when she hits with her heel there. Okay, so you can see here how when her heel contacts the ground first, you can see this pitching of her foot, right? So the angle of inclination of her foot. And then it's a little bit difficult to see here because of her pants, but her knee is just barely flexed, okay? It's relatively straight. You can also see the angle of her shin here. So you can see the angle of her shin there is not vertical, okay? That's a whole nother thing. But now if I go over to this side, and if I hit play again, let it go from the beginning, and you can just kind of see how her foot contacts the ground and the approach angle of the foot as it swings through. So let me rewind this again during the slow motion part, and you can see how at the end here, right there, okay, you can see how her foot essentially is flat as it's floating through the air. Her shin is essentially vertical in this position there. And then if I advance frame by frame here, you're just going to see her foot go down and it contacts the ground. So if I take a few steps back, we're looking at this left foot on the right side of the screen here, white shoes. We're going to go down. Okay, there we go, a little bit forward, but we got the shin essentially vertical from there. And then the foot goes down, 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 down. And then it contacts the ground flat. Whereas if I go over to this side here, let me back it up a few frames. Okay. What you see is as she's swinging her leg through, this is essentially when her shin is vertical. Okay, her foot is flat, her knee is bent. Now in a perfect world from here, we would just bring the foot down. And what you see here is that she kicks the foot out, extends the knee, and pitches up the toes. So that is one of the main things that I try to help my patients avoid when I'm working on their running gait quality. Again, the picture of the dark shoes is the before, pictures of the light shoes is after working with her. So with the dark shoes was the first time I analyzed her gait, and I noticed this little piece here. We go frame, 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 and you can see how the knee gets straighter as she goes through that transition, and the foot pitches upwards. I'll go through that again. Okay, compared to on this side, when her leg swings through, it gets to a certain point, and then from here, it just goes down, 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 and then her foot lands flat on the ground. Going from the striking pattern with the dark shoes, which is essentially a heel strike with a straight knee, to then shifting over to this midfoot strike with a bent knee, helps absorb the shock better of impact and dissipates the shock more to the calves and takes the strain away from the knee as you're running. So this was a nice before and after that I noticed with one of the patients that I was working with, and I decided to make it into a short little video for you.